Hey, Chase here. I'm just getting ready to play with some new equipment. This really cool ring that I just got that basically is a MIDI CC controller. And it's right here on the end of my finger. And I'm going to start messing with that in just a moment. So basically, I'm going to be splurging here. Splurging is the simple act of making sound. Doesn't even really have to be music. But if it's musical, that's okay. It's a great place to test new things, whatever else, as long as two things are happening. I'm moving forward as fast as I can, and I'm not focusing on quality. So, as it applies to this trying out new things, I'm not trying to make this sound beautiful. I'm not worried about what could I do with that in the future or anything like that. As a matter of fact, when I splurge, sometimes I'll take a second and close my eyes and I'll feel the presence of my body sitting in a chair, any ambient noise that may be circling around that I can actually pick up through the walls, if it's there, which is rare. I hear the hum of a screen. Anything just to get into the direct experience of the moment. Okay, so let's having a lot of little problems here with gear lately. The Elgato Stream Deck is one of these things that's very challenging to get it all integrated right. So if you see camera switches catch, this is all, of course, being recorded live. You may not have realized that unless you were here when it actually happened. So you're seeing something that was actually edited on the fly. So I'm not going to be able to edit out those things until some other point down the road. Okay, so as I understand it, this device, the Neova Enhancia, on my finger here, has four main gestures that it will pick up. Okay. One is more of a y-axis kind of a thing, which is this motion from down here to up here and down. Another, which is tilt or roll. Okay. And then vibrato. They're kind of including tilt and roll into the same category, so I really don't look at that as two gestures. I don't know what the deal is on that. Maybe I'm misunderstanding it. Okay, watch. When you talk about being able to do that without a pedal, that's a pretty cool thing. Or twisting a knob on a screen. All right, so let me chillax here for a second. Another thing I'm excited about here is with strings, this should be able to. Let me go ahead and bring up a screen here. with strings, you should be able to, wow, hang on a second here, be able to express here in ways that are fresh. So in this particular string library, this is Cinestrings, and I'm going to use a close microphone position to bring out a little bit of the definition so you can really hear this. But, you know, this is an example of a library that uses modulation to denote intensity of the bowing on the string. So it should work that when my hand's down and I raise it up, the intensity should get louder. And then I'll bring up another synth here that's got some pretty interesting characteristics to it. All right, let me bring up a kit here and just give me some background sound going. I'm going to start with some strings and just lay in whatever the first thing that comes to mind is. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and capture that real fast. Logic is nice if you just hit Shift R. It will capture what you just did. I use that all the time. You know, it really kind of helps to not be so focused in on that whole we're rolling feeling. I never really have that feeling when I'm in a MIDI world. I simply just listen, play, capture, or don't capture. Play again, listen, capture, listen, capture, listen, capture. The only time I actually hit the recording button is when I'm doing actually live audio, which of course happens. But when I'm in the background here, that there's never a time, there's never an essence in my head that I am now recording. I'm always just playing. And it's quite a freeing thing, I have to say, you know. All right, let's see what else we can do here. I'm going to switch a sound. That's fun. Kel, what's happening, buddy? Okay, I'm just going to do a quick, take a look there at that. That's the, this is the track I just laid in right there. I'm just switching around. Yeah, moving about. How you doing, Mikhail? Mikhail? You know, help me out here. I'm messing around here with this new, this Neova Ring to try to see in a Splurge what kind of random fun things might happen. And then let's see what else we have here. Let's try this guy. Well, that's fun. So easy to use. Oh no, this thing's too much. Oh wow. I have to go say goodbye to my loving girlfriend now. She's probably never going to see me again because I'm going to be up here doing this for about a year. 10,000 splurges later. Well, that's interesting. Not the music. That's something to have an opinion about later. But this thing kind of just really peels off a whole different level of expressivity on my synths, I think. And I'm really enjoying this. Wasn't sure how I was going to like it at first. And it was kind of a little bit of a risk, but you know what? It was a Christmas present, so it's a win. I really like this thing. This is the Enhancia Ring by Neova. So far so good with this. All right, hey, Mikhail, thanks for joining me today, buddy. Yeah, did you have any questions about it? Is there anything you want me to try to do? I mean, I could show you. Hang on a second. Let's see if I can show you something. Let me show you something. Where is that? It is, I mean, I know so very little about this thing. Okay. Yeah, so this is the software that uses this, okay? So you have these 4 gestures, which I'm not overly impressed with this because they're basically the same thing almost. They're just being, unless I'm, and I could be dead wrong about that. Let's put that into perspective. But like when you talk about something like tilt, that's this motion right here. You see it moving there on the screen. So you can change the range on the MIDI with it, and then you can also adjust its active area in the tilt area, so that you can actually get some things that are really realistic for how you want to. Let me actually use strings on that because it really showcases it nicely, I think. Where are they? They're here. Hang on. Where'd you go? There you are. Watch this. Let me play a chord. See that? That's me tilting it, tilting my hand to the left or the right, and it's causing that. And it's nice because I can take and adjust the active level of that too, where these gray areas right here do not have any active effect on pitch bends. So when I'm moving my hand like this and I'm playing, as you can see my hand's moving around, I'm not getting into the zone of effective reaction there. But then when I actually physically tilt this way and it gets into that pink zone right there, that's when it's going to actually affect things. So you're asking, do you have to prep it as a general control for what to affect, or slot it in naturally somehow with what will respond? Yeah, that's a good question. So from what I'm seeing, and I mean, I've been goofing with this thing for like 5 minutes. From what I've seen, it's hitting some controls which are generalized to everything, especially the vibrato, which the strings aren't exactly a really good representation of that. Let me pull over here to this one. Okay, watch this. Let me get my hand up here. Yeah, so the vibrato aligns with vibrato in almost every synth that I've tried. You know what I mean? So it's not like vibrato on this one and another sound on another one. So that's nice. There's uniformity there. But these CC controls are programmable too. So if I got a special kind of a synth that I wanted to do particular things to, I can change these to any CC control I want. And generally this tiltward motion is going to be a CC1 modulation in most everything. And you can see right now that is set. If you see right here, it's set to CC1. And this tilt and roll thing, actually not tilt and roll, the pitch bend and this roll seem to overlap. So I think you could control more than one thing at once. And I imagine they're, probably going to be updating their abilities with this thing. It was supposed to be released like 3 weeks ago, and it was running late and everything. So I wasn't happy about the amount of time it took to get here, only because there was no warning in the buy. It was one of those things, hurry up and buy this before it's gone. And I said to the person who was getting me the gift, the present, and I'm like, well, let's do this. If this is what you want to get me, this is what I want. So anyway, that's what I can tell you about it so far. And I can tell you that it's really, if you're a performance-based player, or even not, if you're just a, like you like to use keyboard for your sounds and stuff more than the pencil tool and things, this allows you to express very easily. We're talking about the same kind of mentality that's going into playing a violin. So, thanks for joining me, Mikao. I've got to roll. But I'm going to be doing these kinds of videos all the time, man. I've got all kinds of little gadgets around me here that I'm going to try to work into splurges. I think that doing this while doing a splurge is a fun way to just let it all go and not worry about the outcome. Just sit down and, hey, you have no idea what this thing's going to do. Boom. Let's see what happens. But anyways, I'm gonna scat. And thanks for joining me. Everybody, thanks for joining me. Anybody that sees this in the future, that is.